Hey there, I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Homeschool, and today I'm going to show you how we teach our littlest to read and write. And I'm also going to share with you guys my ridiculously simple, no-fail block scheduling plan that I used. We are very minimalist and simple in everything that we do, and this works wonders for us. So stay tuned. Okay, so I am sharing on Instagram in like a little vlog of our day, but I've always done block scheduling. I believe in block scheduling, and for some reason with these past few weeks of back to school, I've been so busy I didn't even do it for myself. So I put together my block schedule last night. We're doing it today. Technically we started doing it last night, but we were on point this morning, regardless of how not excited the kids were to be on top of things this morning and already be starting school. But we're doing a good job. So I'm gonna get in there, finish some stuff going for them, and then I'm going to show you how we do Virginia, who is our little, she is 6, how we do reading and writing for her. So I'll go grab her in just a second so we can do that. But kids, not super enthusiastic about it, but they'll get there. Today's day 1, it's okay. But we will continue on block scheduling, you guys. It's everything, I promise you. It makes such a difference. So I can share with you guys how I do that. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already know like every detail of it. But I'm gonna get in there, check on them, and then we'll bring Virginia in here and show you that. Yeah. All right, so you played some math games. You did 88 words.
And last time I got 77.
Good job. So you need to do reading and math. What do you want to do next? Math? Okay, that's good, because I'm going to take Virginia, you're going to let her finish this game, and then Virginia will go do reading and writing. Lily can do math. Travis, what all have you accomplished besides looking up how tall Napoleon Dynamite was?
I'm trying to work on something.
You haven't done any writing. Okay, have you done any math?
No.
Wait,
So have you done anything?
Wait,
No.
so why
Okay.
is that Travis write a book?
He just has to write. It's free writing. I don't care what he writes about. He just has to be writing. You're allowed to write things too. Why don't you go check on your sister? I'm pretty sure she's in your room getting into stuff. You go do that. All right, Gigi, are you almost done with your game? I know, Virginia has to finish this game, so you need just a minute anyways. So Virginia has to finish that, and then for reading and writing, teach your child to read in 100 easy lessons. I love this book, love the system. This is what we use to teach Lily. Using it again for Virginia. Yes, you already know. So I'll show you guys how we do reading and writing with this. And then this is the book that Virginia and I have been reading through. She loves the Homer Price stories. So we will do some, I know. And then as soon as we're done with this, Lily's going to use this as her reading too, because she loves Homer Price and wants to read it again.
And then I'll read the second one.
And then the second one, I know. So we'll let Virginia finish up, and then we'll get started with our reading and writing. You excited? Not too excited to be doing school first thing in the morning?
Hold on.
Doesn't it stink when mom's on top of things? Because usually I'm like just waking up at this time with the baby, but today, are you excited, Travis? Not excited.
I just wanted to end there with my face looking.
What are you doing? You playing on your sister's bed that you're not supposed to be on?
She could be on my bed.
She cannot be on your bed.
Trav said that she likes it up there.
She's got her sister's shirt on like an apron. I don't know if you guys can really see it.
Don't touch them.
All right.
Okay, it's a huge they go on darker.
Your sister's trying to do schoolwork, Olivia. Oh.
She's trying to help her sister. Here, here, you gotta click this one, sister.
You got it.
Bumby, you're not helping.
What?
Are you doing school too?
Where's your happy bunny? Oh. Happy.
They make people want to squeeze you, bud.
I know. I just want to squeeze you because you're so stinky cute.
Bunny, I don't need to get Bunny. Do you know?
Can we please just be careful with the computer? I love how she's wearing your shirt, Pickle. She's wearing it like an apron.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. No, you just left the computer unattended. No, leave those there, Pickle. Virginia, put it back, please. Oh, you gotta use something with this.
Watch you like hacks until like America's wealthiest man can like give you some.
We have team.
Oh my goodness.
And you know what's funny?
I don't think that's quite how we wear aprons.
You know what's funny? She's
What's funny?
so tiny that it actually looks like an apron. This just looks like an apron. You know what I mean?
All right, are we ready to do reading and writing? No, stop.
Bunny.
Are we ready to do school?
No. No.
You finished doing your math back there.
Bunny just clicked on something.
Okay, we don't need the baby literally clicking on all the stuff.
Bunny clicking it on everything.
All
She's
right,
making the computer. Hello? She's still doing
let's go ahead and just close that. All right, let's go do reading and writing. Will you please put the apron back?
No. You may have team.
All right, let's put it back, please, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Olivia. Good job. Say good job. Nope, you could care less because there's a mouse right there. All right. Alrighty, so we have the kids in there finishing up their independent studies. We are going to do reading and writing with Virginia. I love this book. Teach your child to read 100 easy lessons. I'll link it down in the description. It is my favorite. My mom, who is a teacher, has even used it to help adults who have never learned to read, to help them. It's really a fantastic resource. So I have offered this book to her for the past couple years. We've done a few lessons here or there, but again, I do not require school from our kids until they hit about 8 years old. And so I've offered it to her a few times before. We've done a handful of lessons, and then it's just never really stuck. This year she is 6. She seems much more ready to start learning these things. So I definitely recommend if you get it. I mean, you can, there's people, 4-year-olds that they're doing this with. So you can offer it to them. If they're interested and want to do it, that's amazing, fantastic. If not, put it down. Try again in a week, in a month, in 6 months, in a year, whatever, and try it to see as you go. So it's really awesome, though. You just go through everything. It's open and go. It has, you can see here, it's got the full instructions, everything to do, literally verbatim, to go through each lesson. Each lesson usually takes us maybe 10 minutes. It really is not. They say teach to read in 20 minutes a day, so I think we spend maybe 10 minutes on this activity, and then I give her 10 minutes to work on the writing portion of it. And that's more than enough time. So we're gonna go through and do, she is on lesson 6. So ideally, put it on her profile for her. Ideally we do, the baby is fighting for the tablet and got a little out of control. Okay, go give it to her.
I'm going to put it on my profile.
So we'll sit down, we do this. Ideally, we try to do 1 lesson per day. Some days she's not very interested. She'd much rather be playing or doing whatever she's doing. Oh, don't throw it. Some days I'm just really busy, and so it's my fault that we didn't get the lesson done. But that's okay. We just take it as we can. So we're gonna go ahead and start this lesson. You go through, it's really cool. They have the letters, and you go through and you touch the ball and you say the sounds and go through the different activities and exercises. So you ready to get started? Okay, we're ready.
Baby's here.
Okay. So, do you remember what letter this is?
I keep thinking
No.
E. Oh yeah, I'll keep.
And what does E say?
So I
E, E, E. see.
And
So, yep, that's tomorrow's lesson though, so we're not going to get into that yet.
oh wait.
Are you so proud? Okay, so what is that one down there in the bottom?
This one?
Yep. M-E says me. Good job. You did it.
I know.
And Olivia helped.
But
Did you? You're kind of an expert. Olivia, you are not the best helper. Just gotta say. You're super cute. Not the best helper.
I do.
Yeah, you really don't care, do you?
I do it.
All right, I have a full setup of helpers today. Yes, thank you. Oh my goodness, and you're covered in dog hairs now. It's all over me. Okay, so reading lesson done. You did a great job. You got to do 2 words today. So they start off with just the sounds and then they start putting them together in the words, which is always super exciting. And by the time you get to like the middle of the book and the back of the book, they're reading full pages. And you might have noticed like C, it was just written S-E.
And when I'm done, when Olivia goes up, and then when I'm done using my word E and Olivia, when she goes up, you can use it.
Yeah, so we'll use it with Virginia and then with Olivia, and then you guys can have it. Anyways, I was kind of freaked out when I first used it with Lily because they just are spelling, or they're writing the words out how they sound, and so I freaked out a little bit that would mess with her spelling. Totally did it. The book starts that way, so that way as they're learning the sounds and starting to put them together, they're just doing it by sound, and then the book will transition into writing the words out with proper spelling, and I saw no issues with Lily as she started to put that together. She is a great speller. So I just wanted to note though, because that was something that when I first was doing it, I was like, that's not how you spell C. Why is it like that? But it was no big deal. So we're going to go do her writing. She's going to work on E's and S's today. And every day when we do our writing lesson, I usually add in the letter that we are doing and then the ones that we have done before. So that way she's working on all of them, but I'll show you guys how I do that. Right now, we're going to go ahead and do our reading. We're going to read a chapter of Homer Price. Yeah? And then I think we're about at time to switch to our next block of work we need to get done. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, when it comes to writing, you could totally use like a workbook or do printable sheets, or I mean, literally there's a million ways to do this. And we incorporate some in our daily lessons with our biblical homeschool curriculum, where they can trace the letters and do the different things. But for the most part, honestly, I just keep it really simple. We have a 5-subject divider for each of our kids, and she has a tab for letter practice. And so I just take and I will write the first letter, and then I will dot out a few for her to trace and write and practice with. And then leave space open at the bottom that she can watch. I have these great alphabet videos that we just pull up on YouTube, and she can sit here and watch these, and she loves practicing writing letters on her own as well. So some that she's dotting out and learning, and then just kind of letting her follow along and do them, and she's doing a great job learning them that way, huh? So we have done, our first letters were M and S, then we added in A's, and now E's as well. So we're gonna go ahead and I will make a spot for her to do all of these and practice them, huh? All right, go get a pencil for you to write with. I usually just use like a light colored pencil to do the dotted out one, so that way she can follow it. All right, so she got all of her letters done, and then just like in the book, how they have the lines underneath with the dots to show. Yes, Olivia, thank you. With the lines underneath with the dots to tell you how to say it, she was writing those as well. You did a great job, Virginia. All right, so I will go ahead now and put on an alphabet video, and she can practice doing alphabet stuff and writing any letters she'd like to add to it. Huh, love? Gigi, you did a good job. Look at those letters. Good job. Are you helping me?
Alright.
You had to climb up here and help. Honey, yes, those are real wolves in the video.
Okay.
You helping? Yeah, you're helping.
How did they get both?
All right, so I just pull up this Learn ABC, Let's Learn the Alphabet Preschool Learning. I will go ahead, I can link that down below, but we just usually put this one on for her, and it goes through and it shows them how to write the different letters, the sounds, what they are. So I usually start with that, and she can sit here and kind of hang out, watch those, and then just add to her letters here that she's working on and whatever picture she might be drawing, but she's doing a really good job with it. So I'll go ahead and get her started on this, and then while she's finishing up this, everybody else has finished their reading, writing, and math. Lily's just kind of hanging out. Travis is in his room reading something he wanted to learn about. He's into a lot of history stuff, so he's in there working on that. And then we've got everything else going. So I don't know if y'all can see this. Yeah, I think you can see it okay. Daddy's actually feeling okay enough today that he's out there mowing, but then the chickens, can you guys see the chickens? They love that he's working, and so they follow him around as he mows and get all of the bugs that are easy to get to once he's mowed everything. So he's down there with all the little chickens following him around while he mows. So funny. They see him get on the mower and they get so excited. It's right there. Bubba got you! You're being a silly baby! You're being a silly baby this morning! I tickle you!
No, Mom, I'm at an independent age.
So Daddy is up from mowing, and they literally followed him up here. No, because they're all up here. They want Daddy to go out and mow so they can get all the bugs. That one wants snuggles, okay.
I'm not snuggles.
You ready to do prayers, Bumby? Yeah, let's pray. Alrighty. Block scheduling is changing my life today. It always does every time. I don't know why I was so late to start implementing it to get us back. I'll talk a little bit about that in just a second, but we have got school done, Bible family time done, house is picked up, laundry, I do a load a day, that's been done. Yeah, I think we're doing really, really well today. So the kids are off playing. Once they've been sitting for a while, I make sure to give them time just to go and play and run and do whatever they're gonna go do. While they do that, I can record the Biblical Womanhood. We've got this week and next week left of Biblical Womanhood Bible study. And then I give the kids some time they have in the afternoon, some quiet time, and Daddy and I can go podcast, and then we'll do our family activity this afternoon. So that's pretty much everything, though, as far as what I wanted to share with you guys with our little and doing the reading and writing. That was my main point for today, but I will share with you guys my block scheduling. I've got some soft music on now. Virginia, I let her pick out what we wanted to play, so she's got this like cafe music, like soft music playing. House is nice and clean. I've got some incense going. It smells good, and feeling much better today. This is our 4th week back to school, so our first month will be done at the end of this week, and I think we're starting to get ourselves in gear. All right, feeling much better today. Reading and writing for Virginia is done. That, I would say right now, as far as their core studies, reading, writing, and math, is where I have to spend my most time. The other kids are pretty self-sufficient in everything they do. I will break down the specifics for our big kid and our teen in the next couple weeks for you guys as far as using our free Bible-based homeschool plans. Virginia requires my attention and time, though, of course, as she should. She's only 6 years old, so that's a great time for us. And then the next would be going through Bible study together. We all take a little break, and then later in the afternoon, we do our family activities as far as learning. That's where we touch on science and history and all of the extracurriculars and real-life application skills. So we'll get to that in a little while, but reading and writing with Virginia is done, so I hope that helped. I feel like reading and writing is one that most people get very nervous about, especially when you have a little one. It's one thing if they've been to school for a while, they already know how to read and write, but I think that's something that a lot of people are scared of, and I'm telling you, that teach your kid to read in 100 easy lessons, it's amazing, it's fantastic, it's so easy, and to see kids just naturally pick stuff up. Maybe it's not as early as you thought they'd be picking it up, but they'll get there. They will do just fine. And Virginia already, I'm telling you, the past couple years, I've offered this stuff to her. She's excited about it from time to time, but never anything that would like stick throughout the days. Now every day, honestly, we've missed more days because I was just too busy trying to finish up month 1 of the curriculum to get posted or other things that had come up that I was like, oh, Mommy will get to it later, and we just never got to it. So honestly, it's been more my fault this year than hers. So that's okay. We've got 180 days of school, and there's 100 lessons in the book, so we'll get there. It'll be fine. But I want to go ahead and share with you guys my super simple, ridiculously easy, everyone can do it block scheduling system. Not that I'm a genius. It's like very simple, and I'm sure millions of other people do this, so I don't claim to be some kind of like super guru over here, but I started doing this for myself when I had so much business booked up and deadlines to meet when we had our business that I like literally could not get it all done. So you guys know this, and if you don't know this, I'm pretty sure you're probably figuring it out pretty quick, but simple, easy, minimal, that is my go-to. Complicated, fussy, elaborate, like not me. Simple in everything. And so this is what I do. I feel really silly because this week is our first month back to school, and I feel like I was kind of rushing myself to get it started because I had figured out in our schedule, because we're gonna do 4 weeks on and 1 week off this year, I had figured out in our schedule for celebrating the fall feast, the biblical feast that we celebrate, the weeks that we needed to be off. So like we had to start then or it was gonna goof up the whole thing. So I feel like I wasn't completely ready, but we just jumped into it anyways, which is fine. It worked out okay. And then I shared with you guys our first week back to school. I ended up getting like really sick. Like it kind of was just a rough start, but that's okay. I also have noticed that our family, we noticed this a few years back, but I noticed that our family really moves in a rhythm, very natural rhythm with the seasons. Our summers were really lax. The kids stay up really late. We're really laid back. It's hot. We lounge around in the afternoons. We play a lot. We're outside a lot. In the fall, when things are nicer, we like to be outdoors and reading and doing projects and things like that. Come wintertime, we're all about being cozied up, you know, reading books and really working on our school stuff because it's too cold to be out doing anything else. The kids go to bed really early during the winter. And so I think that usually we don't start school until September, so starting school a month early, I think that also kind of didn't help because we're still in this like summer, relaxed, not really focusing on anything. Like I think I kind of goofed us up a little bit as far as trying to like be on it. But I feel like every day I've really been struggling because we're not getting stuff done. I've got a million things I'm working on, busy with ministry, all of these things going on everywhere. And at the end of the day, I'm like, we didn't get even, I mean, we have such a simple plan and we're not even getting that done. Like we can't make it any simpler. It's already as simple as it gets, and it just is crazy. And the kids are struggling to kind of get going. And so I was like, you know what? This is so silly. I know that block scheduling works. I know it. I know for our family, for myself, this is the system we use. Why haven't I set myself up yet? Like I've been so busy I didn't even get us, set up. And so this is how I do it. I get a piece of paper and I write down from the hour that I intend to want to be waking up until the hour that I need to be going to bed. So I started mine from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Trying to be realistic. I would like my days to start and end a little bit earlier, but with the baby, we usually are not getting out of bed till like 9:30. So I said, you know what, let's ease into this a little bit. Let's shoot for 8 now. Maybe after we get this down a little bit, I can bump us up an hour. I like being up early in the morning, being able to get stuff done before the house is up and busy. Nursing the baby and having her in bed with me, we end up laying there and snuggling forever, and we don't get up. It's ridiculous. And the baby hasn't been sleeping well, so we're trying to get her schedule on track too because I'm tired. But I write everything down. Then I start filling in the things that either already naturally happen at set times, and then the things that need to be happening. So we pretty consistently eat breakfast and do Bible study by about 10 o'clock in the morning. By the time my husband gets up and he's got stretches and things he has to do for his, he has a injury in his neck that he has to do some stuff to get him ready and going. It's usually about 10 o'clock every time before we get doing that. We eat lunch at 1 o'clock every afternoon. We eat dinner at 6 o'clock every evening. Like there's certain things that we do every day without fail. Fill those in on those slots for those hours. Then start filling in the things that need to happen and see the slots that are open. So I started filling that out. Once you get those filled out, and give yourself allowance. I know that to do the kids' independent studies, we need about an hour, 45 minutes, but we need about, somewhere in that window for them to do their independent reading, writing, and math exercises. That's the 2 bigger kids doing their independent thing, me working with the littlest. We know that we need about an hour to do our Bible study and discussion. That's reading 3 chapters, 1 Old Testament, 1 New Testament, and a Psalm, and then discussing it and working through the workbook there. Sometimes we go a little bit over an hour, so I just put that in a space that if we go a little over into my next hour block, it's not that big of a deal, it's fine. And then for our afternoon study that we do as a family, I like to allocate 2 hours for that. So that's going out and doing our nature walk, baking something and doing tea time, doing some watch and learn activities, reading, these different things. I give us a 2-hour block in the afternoon for that. So then that gave me what was left to fit in things like getting videos done, editing done, podcasting done, all the other things that have to happen. I also know that there are some of those hour blocks where I don't need the full hour for whatever the activity is, right? Lunchtime, I block it off there. So we eat lunch. I mean, honestly, making lunch, eating lunch, and cleaning up after lunch maybe takes us 30 minutes. So that gives a 30-minute remainder for the kids to go outside and play, for me to run the vacuum or swap the laundry or get something done that needs to be done. That way it's very flexible. So what I do then is I take all of those things that I've written down and then I pull up the alarms on my phone. And so I literally make an alarm for every single hour and write in the note of that alarm what needs to be happening at that time. So I did like 7:45, wake up. I give myself a little, try to wake up, spend some time in prayer, can check my phone, nurse the baby again, whatever it is. Then I do an 8 o'clock. Okay, seriously, get up. 9 o'clock, do this. 10 o'clock, do that, and so on throughout the day. And so all day long, the alarm will just go off and tell me what we need to do. It's going really well so far. I'm very enthusiastic about it. My family, not so much, but we're getting there. It takes a while. So as soon as the alarm goes off, if we, finish up whatever activity it is that we're on, if we've still got quite a bit on this and we're falling behind and we're not getting it, I just shelf it and move on. Hey, what got done is what got done. We can go ahead and close it up. The world will keep on spinning. Let's move on to the next activity. So the first few days are usually a little rough, especially if you've been like totally off track for a while or this is new. But I go ahead and keep doing this for about a good week. And then I will sit back and kind of, hey, do we need to adjust anything, or do we see improvement? Are we doing a better job sticking to these things and to this rhythm? So at the end of the week, if I'm like, okay, there's some things that I was trying to get done here and it's just unrealistic, it's not going to happen, I'll make an adjustment. But otherwise, I think having that and these reminders going off, pretty soon you don't even need the reminders on your phone. Like, you're already doing it. It doesn't matter. But having them, I know that my phone's going to be around wherever I'm at throughout the day anyways. I keep my phone on silent so that way I'm not being interrupted by notifications and things coming in throughout the day when we're trying to do this stuff. So the only noise that my phone makes is 4 alarms. So when the alarm starts going off, it's like, okay, what do we need to do next? It keeps me accountable. It gives the kids a notification so that way they know, hey, it's time to start doing school, or it's time to have lunch or go do free time or whatever it is. It saves my life. It really is such a big help. So far, day 1, doing good. I've been like Insta vlogging it over on Instagram and showing you guys how it's going for us. We were off on, a couple little things here or there, but again, for the most part, when the timer went off and it was time to go on to the next thing, it was like, all right, put it down and let's go. So that's how we do it. It really works for us. And if you're kind of struggling to get a rhythm and a routine going for your family, maybe that might be something that y'all would like to try out. Maybe it'll work for you too.
You're not supposed to be in the basement. What do you want? What? What do you need? You better not poop in my basement. Yep, go outside, thank you. Nope, that's the wrong way. That's not outside. Chicken! 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 You're not listening. Go outside, be a good chicken.
What are you doing back in here? Now she's brought friends. There's no food in here. Come on. Out. Unless you're podcasting. You need to mind your business. Andy, you too. Come on, dude. Chicken's out. Nope. Go. Bye, girls. Alrighty, guys.
Hello.
I've got Virginia with me. We are going to run to the store and get a few things that we need to get taken care of. Get stuff for dinner, but we got school done. Shared with you guys how we do reading and writing for my little... Oh my gosh, these clouds are crazy pretty. I had to pause and switch the camera over so you guys could look out. It's on a cool little stand so I can like drive and be driving and just talk and it records, but you guys had to see that because it was cool. Anyways, have a storm moving through, but we are going to run to the store, get this stuff. We got school done. Block scheduling is making things so much better for me today. I'm kind of frustrated with myself that I let myself get this far into the school year before I started doing what I know works and does so well. So Daddy, I had to push him a little bit, but we got podcasting done within the 2 hours that I had allotted for that. we've got, he still wants to get a Bible study done. So luckily, our afternoons on Wednesday are crafting in action and some math focus. So the math, pretty much everybody already got done. And I'll show you how we do that with our big kids and our teens later on when we get to them in our daily breakdowns. And then crafting, I let the kids pretty much work on whatever if we don't have a specific project that we're trying to work on together as a family. So that gives me a little flexibility today to run out to the store, get the stuff I need for dinner, get home, get that going, and finish doing Bible study with Daddy. So anyways, that was it for our day on day, what are we on, 19 I think today is. But anyways, come join us tomorrow. We'll finish going through school with our little and how we do this using our free Bible-based curriculum. And we will see you guys then. Bye!
Bye!
Goodbye!